It's the Ordinary Talk Show, a place where ordinary people comes to share their untold story. We introduce to you a show that will showcase our culture, our people, where we came from, and where we are today. Sit back, relax, laugh, be educated, embrace, listen, love. The Ordinary Talk Show, a place where ordinary people meet to share their untold story. Ladies and gentlemen, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ordinary Talk Show. We are where we celebrate people from ordinary places doing extraordinary things. Tonight, I am honored to introduce to you a remarkable young man from the community of Bottle Creek here in North Caicos, Mr. Dalen Williams.
Thank you for having me.
Dalen's story is one of determination and faith. Raised primarily by his mother, he learned early the value of hard work, resilience. Despite the challenges he faced, he pressed forward and today stands as the founder of JIA Innovative Building Designing, a company that reflects his vision, creativity, commitment to excellence. Now happily married and building a beautiful family life, Dalen continued to inspire others not only through his business success, but also through the wisdom and encouragement he shares with young people, especially young men who seek direction and purpose. We are excited to hear his journey, his challenges, and the lesson he learned along the way. Please help me welcome our guest on tonight's show, Mr. Dalen Williams. Mr. Williams, it's a pleasure having you.
Thank you.
Okay, we move right into what we have prepared for our audience tonight. It's always a pleasure to have you, our audience, listening in. Share, invite someone, let them know that the Ordinary Talk Show is on. Dalen, thank you for joining us tonight. For those who may not or who may know you, can you tell us about your upbringing in Bottle Creek and what your childhood was like?
Well, those that know me know that I was raised in the small settlement of Bottle Creek, and I was a young fisherman growing up in the neighborhood. I would like walk the streets with my friends bare feet,
Wow.
and I would walk around with 10 pounds, 20 pounds fish on my back, and I would sell that. And I would say I came from humble beginnings, hardship. You know, my mom primarily raised me. My dad was always there as well. I must say my mom taught me my first skill, which is fishing, by the way, and that helped me get through life, navigate my path in terms of like there were times when life would get tough. And because she taught me that skill, that helped me to find ways to make a honest living, and it contributed to me being able to push myself in life, being able to find ways to make money and push towards my career.
Wow. So you're telling us that you had a very interesting upbringing,
Yes,
your background. It developed you
yes,
to who you are now.
definitely.
Because you started out, I mean, as a young person, your mother instilled in you the value and what it is to earn something
Yes,
and to earn it in the right way.
yes.
You shared before that your mother played a major role in raising you. What values or lesson did she instill in you that guide you today?
I would say my mom, anyone knows Juanis Williams, better known as Da,
Yeah,
they know her to be a no-nonsense
exactly.
woman. You know, my mom taught me what it means to be disciplined,
Yes.
focused, respectful. And I learned in life when I harnessed that because she instilled that in me, that took me far in life because when you're respectful and kind and helpful to others, it helps you to get by in life. So I must say my mom taught me of so many values that still coexist within me to this very moment, you know, and I'm thankful to God for a mother like her,
Yes.
you know, and yes.
Great, great. It's good to pay respect and tribute to parents, especially our mothers, who has, I
Definitely.
mean, who did it all.
Yeah, my mom worked really hard.
I believe you, man. I believe you. Journey through challenges. Let's talk about that. Life isn't always easy, and I know you face your share of challenges. Can you share one of the most difficult moments in your journey and how you overcame it?
Well, I would say this. I remember when it was my first attempt to leave Turks and Caicos to further my education. You know, that was a trying time in my life because as a island boy growing up in the community where you're surrounded by loved ones, close relatives, you know, it tends to put a weight on you when you have to leave to further your education for so many years.
Yes.
So that was really difficult, you know. And at that time, my mom were no longer in her prime. She was approaching in
Senior.
age, you know, and um, no one was like really there in terms of like, you know, when you have children and they already leave the nest, you know, no one really prepare for that stuff.
Yes.
So venturing out, that was challenging because I always say to myself, I don't want to leave my parents for too long, you know, but what encouraged me is the fact that, you know, she told me that it's always good in life to have a plan B in case plan A doesn't work.
Correct.
You know, that plan A was fishing, you know, when life get hard, that's something I can always revert to.
Yes.
So being able to hear that from my mom, hear my dad telling me I need to take education seriously because as the world change, you're gonna need qualification to compete in this world.
Yes.
So hearing them motivate me to encourage me to go after something that I truly love and have a passion for, that gave me that drive and focus to stay disciplined, stay focused on my goal when I left Turks and Caicos to go to university for school.
Great, great,
Yeah.
great. That is inspiring story. Um, I'm gonna push something really in here now, right?
Yeah.
During your years or your time in high school, um, did you see Dalen as he is today? Did you see that? Did you saw that coming?
No, in all honesty, I always had big dreams, right? But at that point in my life, only so far I could have seen as a young child growing up. You know, when you're enclosed, you didn't have that exposure at such of a young age. I would say as I get older and went to Provo, get some experience in community college, and then as I get older, traveling outside to the US, my eyes become to get open, you know, to know that there's more to this world than Turks and Caicos, you know. And as I age, then I start to get inspiration from those who were successful already in the community. I watch people become successful, and I kind of use them as role models to say, okay, I want to aspire to be great like these individuals one day. So
Yes.
I would say I use people experience and what's happening outside of Turks and Caicos to develop that vision and what I see myself on where I am today.
And that is something good to do. Something very good to do. I'm happy that you can share that. You look at individuals and you have seen their accomplishment.
Yeah.
And you use that to build yourself.
Yes, exactly.
That is so important. And that's why we try to encourage young people who are out there to take someone as a role model that you can be like. You want to be better than, you know?
No, yes.
You can exceed to be better than that person. You know, look at good role models. Thank you for sharing that. Um, Looking back, do you feel like those struggles shaped the man that you are today?
Most definitely. I believe that through hardships and, you know, there's a scripture in the Bible that goes, study to show thyself approved for a
workman need not to be
workman.
ashamed.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
So and my mom always used to tell me that well, she used to say hard work don't kill nobody.
No, I don't.
So, and she raised me to work hard, you know, and I would say through hardship, it teach me to be strong, to be patient, you know, and most importantly, consistent, even when you fail.
Yeah.
Continue to apply that same motivation to continue to go on.
Yeah.
You know, God give you the strength to endure, you know, and be patient and
Yes.
wait for that blessing to come. So I
Yes.
would say that hardship definitely mold me and shape me into the individual I am today.
Yeah, it do it because sometimes what it does, it breaks us, molds us, and make us better.
Exactly. In that
And
order.
I shared yesterday on Facebook and my WhatsApp status that um, you can make it, we can make it. You know, sometimes we fall down and we feel like we're done forever.
Exactly.
But don't stay down.
No.
You get up,
You
you
have to
shake
get up.
yourself,
You have to.
and you say, you know what, I'm going to succeed. And I believe that's what you did.
Yes, definitely. You know,
You-
there's always the enemy always gonna try to find ways to discourage you.
Yes.
But that's why it's good to know the word. You know, anytime God is in the midst of something,
Yes.
it's just a matter of time till you experience that breakthrough. And sometimes that breakthrough can take a long time, but you gotta be patient.
Yeah, you gotta encourage yourself
Exactly.
as you go along. And you just spoke about something that I share on Sunday gone, that sometimes the breakthrough may take a long time.
Yeah.
You see, it may delay, but it's not denied.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. I like that.
Sometimes people look at us and say, you know what, they said it's gonna do this, but it's been 2 years now, prison. I did not, you know, but
Telling you.
it's because God is preparing, like I said, God is preparing a testimony
Yes, you have
for
to tell
you.
the story, man.
Yeah, man.
Tell us.
Okay, now moving into your entrepreneurship and your innovative building designing. All right. And before I go into the question, when I found out that you were a designer
Yep.
or architect,
Yep.
and I saw you post some stuff, I will always comment and I like it because I like, wow, this is something good.
Yep.
You know, from way back, I saw you just posting and sharing ideas and stuff like that. And I was like, this young man has something, you know? And I applaud you for that.
Thank you.
Must applaud you for that. Because I didn't know that you were starting to become an
No.
architect. I didn't know that until I saw you posting. I was like, what? And I shared it with Shirley. And I said, you know, this is good stuff that you're doing. And I must commend you for that.
Thank you.
So now, so you are now the founder
Yes.
of JIA, Innovative Building Designing. What inspired you to start your own company?
I would say this. I can remember very well when I was leaving high school. And you know, when you leave high school, you now have to immerse yourself into this world and experience what it really brings. You know, I always when I realized that I had the gift of designing, I said to myself, I need to get some experience.
True.
Right? So I can't call the company name,
No,
but
no.
there was a point in time I wanted to get experience and I couldn't get it. Right? There was none available in my own community as well. And when I saw that, I said to myself, I need to get educated, qualified.
Yes.
And I had the idea already planted that I want to shift that experience from what I experienced to those that is coming after me, you know. And I said to myself, I need to establish my office there in North Caicos, you know, provide the opportunity to young, ambitious architect who wants to get that firsthand experience, and I want to be able to provide that on the island. And I know chasing your goals and the experience that comes with it is greatly needed. And if you don't have it right there available to you, it's going to be hard to seek it. So that's one of the reasons why I believe that I had to establish my office there in North Caicos and provide that opportunity to young, ambitious minds.
Awesome. I must say congratulations to you on
Yes.
that establishment that you are doing in Bottle Creek.
Yes.
And for those of you who don't know, on the 18th of November, right?
15.
The 15th of November,
Yeah.
in Bottle Creek at 11?
At
With the time?
9.
9. At 9 a.m., it'll be the grand opening of his office in Bottle Creek. So come on and support the young man.
Yes, definitely looking
Yes.
forward to the attendance of
Yes.
the residents here
Yes.
and anyone outside of North Caicos.
Support, Max, support. This is a good thing that he's doing here in the community. So, starting a business is never easy.
Definitely not.
What were some of the biggest obstacles you have faced in your early stages, and how did you push through them?
Well, you know what they say, anytime you want to do something and it involves construction or it involves some sort of idea, you require funds. The finance was not easy to acquire. I would say that, as well as like the structure that I currently have my business, like that took some time to refurbish. So that was challenging in terms of like, especially when you refurbishing an old building, right? But in terms of like starting out, I opened my company during the pandemic. That was a very challenging time. I decided to embark on this journey, right? And I must say, that's when the whole world shut down.
True.
And I went a whole entire year not knowing how I would have like paid my business license. But God gave me the vision to embark on that journey. And trust me, when He give you that vision and you work hard, God really make a way for you.
True.
So throughout the challenges, I just persevered, trust God, and God made a way.
True. There's a saying that the word of God says faith without works is dead.
Exactly.
So because you had faith and you apply work, you action, let me say, to that. You didn't see where the funds were coming from, but you had faith
Yes.
and believing, and you launched out at the most worst time in history during the pandemic, when everything was shut down, when things was,
Everything was
chaos,
paid,
and you took that faith, and today you can look back and pat yourself on the back and say, you know what, I've made it because of being determined, and having that faith in God. You
The
made
song
it.
that goes, I've come this far.
By faith.
by faith.
Lean on God, trusting in His holy word.
Mhm.
And it's amazing, trust me, that as a young man, you place God at the center of everything. He
It's
is.
important.
He is.
Nothing happens
We can't do nothing without Him.
nothing.
And I appreciate that. What makes Gia innovative unique? And what vision do you have for the company in years to come?
I would say what makes GIA unique is the fact that we take our culture identity into this perspective. We are serious about it, as well as North and Middle Caicos is different. So Green Island, that's where GIA stems from.
Okay.
Green Island architecture, right?
Wow.
We want to ensure that whatever it is we design for anyone, whether it's a local or outside investor, we want to make sure that it fits within the context of the Twin Island. We want to take into consideration sustainability. I think what makes my company unique as well is the way we approach things, right? We listen to the needs of clients and we see how we can mash their ideas with modern times, as well as infusing stories from the past within design. And I say that's what set us apart from the others.
Awesome. Great. Great. So just keep on doing what you're doing. That's all you have to do. Keep on doing what you're doing. Now, family and balance, right?
Yes.
You're now married, right? And enjoying family life. How has marriage and fatherhood influence the way you view success?
Mm. Well, I would say this, marriage, it takes hard work, commitment. And I would say from that aspect, it gives me that understanding that with a business has to thrive. And if you want something to last, you must put in that work. And that's just like marriage. It
Yes,
goes
gotta put in
hand
that
in
work.
hand, sometimes it's not gonna be 50-50, sometimes you have to invest more than 50%, So that's what I would say I've learned from marriage and definitely fatherhood, like I'm a father of two, my wife and I welcome a newborn on the 26th of July by grace of God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And I would say life just gave me a new meaning, and
Yeah.
there's more room in my heart that expand, and seeing that, I just want to be able to have a business that stands on integrity. What I do to my family, I want to also have that reflecting in my business as well.
Correct.
So
Awesome, awesome, awesome there. Family is important. And when you have family that stands with you
yes,
and agrees with you and can share in your vision, that's important.
very important.
When your partner can wake up and say, honey, time to go. You're running late. Time to go. That now we as husbands, we depend on our wives to push us.
No, we do.
Yeah, because sometimes we are behind it, like time to go, you have to get out, time to go. And they remind us of everything. Remember, you have to do this, remember, because sometimes we forget.
Yeah, we do.
That's me, we forget, but
Yeah.
it's good to have that partner there that will remind you and push you and always celebrate you.
Yes, you need that.
Celebrate you, because sometimes we do feel tired and drained and down. And when you have that partner, your wife, your spouse there to encourage you, that's important. That's why family plays a very vital role in what you do.
Yes.
Yep. Running a business can be very demanding. How do you balance between family and business?
So what I do is like, thanks to my wife, she's very organized, very detailed, so she showed me ways how to manage myself, so what I would do is like in the mornings, I would like dedicate that time to family devotions, and I would have like a set time where I would like start my work hours. When that work hour time cut off, then I would dedicate that back to family as well. So it's like a repeated cycle.
Awesome. And again, that's important because sometimes we tend to just pay attention to work, our businesses, and forget our family. Behind our head, we're saying, "Oh, they understand, they understand, they understand," but sometimes that puts a strain on your marriage because you're more focused on business, your job, getting things done, and you're neglecting the most important thing in your life. So I like how you say you started first with devotion with your family. That is important.
Very important.
Devotion, and then you move into your work, and when that time is cut, you cut that, and you're back to your family. Is important.
Yes.
That is something everyone should take a note of. And try to do that. Very important. Message to young people. We're going to talk to the young people now. Right? Many young men in our communities are searching for direction. What advice would you give to them about staying focused and building a meaningful life?
For me, I would say this. As a young man growing up in North Caicos at that point in life, like I would say the generation back then was not exposed to so much. But today, man, they're exposed to everything, What I would say to them is like seek friends that are like positive,
Yes.
and influenced by Christ, who goes to church, and who's gonna encourage you into positive
things.
activities. seek role models, those who are established in life, um, who can give you advice that is going to keep you grounded. Sometimes we look to peers for
Mhm.
advice. Sometimes the peers that you're looking to, they're not grounded. Sometimes they are conflicted.
Mhm.
You need to look for individuals who's going to add to your life and not take away from it.
True.
I believe as a young man, you should not put yourself in a position where you have to end up fighting for your freedom one day.
True.
So I think as a young person growing up in the society today, you must involve yourself with friends that is going to uplift you and not bring you down.
That is so
That's a
true.
very
That is
important decision to
important.
make.
Yes. It's important to find those friends that will lift you up, and help you to reach your potential.
Yes,
That's important
very important.
because if you don't do that and you allow a negative influence to take over you, you wouldn't make it.
No. And the Bible
Mhm.
also says that evil companionships corrupts good morals.
Yes.
And some people may not agree with that, but if you
That
may
is
be a
true. That's
person
true.
who has a good moral compass, but if you surround yourself with negative
That's
influence,
true.
it's only a matter of time until you
Yeah,
find yourself slipping away
that is
from
correct.
that
That is
direction
true.
you was
That is
meant to.
true. That is so true. That's why it's best to stay away from negative people,
Yes, that's
stay away
important, man.
from that. And they may say, oh, you think you're better than me, or you think you're bigger. People say these
Yeah,
things,
yeah,
when they see you take a different turn.
yeah.
But for the better and for you, you must do that.
You have to.
You have to do
You
that.
have to.
To be successful, you have to do that. You
Have
know,
to.
so we're here to encourage young men.
Yes.
Young ladies, we're not leaving you, but this is mankind. Talk to a young man out there, because I believe there are so much potential in North Caicos.
Yes, definitely.
We have so much, and our young men, I believe they are just they bury their talent,
Yeah,
and they feel like there is no hope. They feel like there's no hope, and we have to pull them out,
have to.
and let them realize, listen, there is hope. You can make it. You can be better.
Can.
You can be better.
All things through
And
Christ is possible.
yes, you have a young man sitting right here from North Caicos, a young man who came to the struggle of life, you know, faced all kinds of obstacles in life, but didn't give up. Determination. And now today he is the owner of a successful business. So you can do the same thing. Don't ever bury yourself. You must speak to yourself and say, I will, I can, and I'm going to do it.
Exactly.
If you will tell your younger self one piece of advice, what would it be? If you stop and think about Dylan way back, and you have to give him an advice, what would that advice be?
Continue to keep pushing, believe in yourself, be
Mhm.
confident.
Mhm.
When you step in a room, don't ever feel as if you're not welcome. When you step into an atmosphere, you're there for a reason. God put you there.
Awesome. Yeah. What an advice. And most of us today needs that advice. Because many times we walk into a room
Yeah,
and we feel like, oh, we're not worthy of being here. Being
exactly.
here, we try to downgrade ourselves.
Yeah,
And we have to put that aside. And when you walk into a room, you walk with authority.
yes,
You walk in with authority, your head up, and you say, I belongs here.
exactly.
You have to walk with and believe that. And believe that, you know that God is your father. You are the child of a king. So you
Amen.
must act
Amen.
and practice the ways of the child of a king. Thank you for sharing that important information. How important is discipline, perseverance in achieving one's goal? How important it is to have discipline and perseverance in order to achieve the goals that you set out.
It's extremely vital
Mhm.
because without discipline, you lack focus.
Mm-hmm.
Without discipline, you cannot attain anything in life. You know, you must have control over a certain goal you wish to achieve in
Mm-hmm.
life. If you set out on a journey to climb a hill, right?
Mm-hmm.
And along that journey, you get discouraged.
Mm-hmm.
The first thing happens is you tell yourself you can't do it.
That's right.
You know, that's when discipline is necessary now
Mm-hmm.
because you now need to tell yourself
Yes. Mm-hmm.
you've already made the commitment to start this.
Mm-hmm.
So you must
Yes.
fulfill, you must go on.
Mm-hmm.
So it's important because the minute you lack discipline, you lose everything.
That's correct. That is so correct. And it's so amazing that what we are talking about tonight. And it reminds me, I'm keep going back to Sunday. Because on Sunday, I shared a message on your deliverance is coming,
Yeah.
talking about deliverance. And I talk about running a race.
Mm,
Running a race, and you have to be determined to finish
finish
that
it.
race.
Yep.
And what you said just now, that sometimes we set goals and then self begin to talk to us. And we feel like, I can't make it, why I started this.
Yep.
But you have to remind
Remind
yourself,
yourself. You have
it
to.
is you that started this thing, you got to finish it.
You have to.
You have to finish, because if you don't finish it, who's going to finish it?
Exactly. It's just gonna be right.
You have to have that mindset that I don't care how hard it is. I don't care how tough it is.
Yep.
I don't care how far it look. I am going to continue. I'm going to press,
Oh,
press,
yep.
press. And that's important.
Mhm.
Man, trust me. So tell me, what is next for Dalen Williams and for Gina? What is next? What is next? The big thing. What is next?
Well, the big thing what is next is the 15th of November. You know, we're opening our doors to the public. We're looking forward to the residents of North Caicos gathering on that special day. You know, we're looking forward to opening the doors to the public and providing a service that was long anticipated here on the island. I believe that would you know, reduce a lot of stress going back and forth between the islands.
Right.
And, we're looking forward to serving the community, looking forward to see how we could like help the islands get a step closer to the future, you know, the direction that it's supposed to be headed. You know, we want to contribute to the island both from a architectural aspect, but also in terms of like helping, you know, giving back to the community. You know,
Yes.
Gia looks forward to assisting schools, all that stuff. You know, we're looking forward to so many possibilities.
This is good news you share, and I'm glad you bring that part about giving back to your community because I had this assistant. I'm going to share it.
So,
Earlier this year,
yeah,
when I needed some assistance for our youth,
yeah.
and I reached out to you, you did not hesitate. You said, I will contribute, and you did contribute. And I must say, I appreciate you for that, and thank you for helping the young people of North Caicos and Turks and Caicos. Persons watching from around the world, this is the real man. This man is a man that when he say he can do something, he's going to do that. So we must thank God for when people say all hope is lost, hope is not lost. We have great minds here. We have great people here that want to build our community, want to help. So I'm asking you to support Dylan, support him in what he is doing. Come out on the 15th of November.
Yes.
Wherever you are, come to North Caicos, come to Bottle Creek, see what is going on. Support this young man as he bring something great to North Caicos. I will be there, God's willing, to support him. So I want you to come along and support this young man, Mr. Williams.
Yes.
Finally, boy, the time gone so fast, huh? Finally, what legacy do you hope to leave behind for your family?
What I would like to leave behind is, you know, like sometimes people don't think about what's left when they're gone. You know, I would love most importantly, Northern Middle Caicos to know that my family meant well for the community, and we were children of the Most High God.
That's right.
We want to leave an image that reflects good marriage, uh, family of Christ, and a business that doesn't just take, but also give back. I think that will be a legacy that I would like to leave.
Rich legacy. You want after it is all over, or whatever, whether you move away, you want persons to know that Dalen Williams was here.
Yes.
And Dalen left his mark.
Yes.
Left his mark here on Northern Middle Caicos, and a positive mark at that.
Yes.
A positive mark. And that is so important after we have done what God has called us to do, that we can leave a legacy behind where other persons, our family can cherish and be proud of, to talk about. Because many people, they left legacy, but not good legacy.
Yeah.
And their family are ashamed to talk about it.
Unfortunately.
So when we can leave good legacy behind, so our family can celebrate, that is so important. That is something that is top of the list. And tonight here talking to you, and one of the reason why I invite you on the show as a young man, because I sat down and thought about, I had many young women on the show already, and I have a passion for the young men, and I sat and I thought of a young man that I believe that can share, that have that that can stand as a role model in our community, and you came to mind.
Oh, thank you.
You came to mind, and I can remember we were in Provo, and I drove up to here, and I told you, I say, I can need you on the show.
Yeah.
And you, yeah. You didn't hesitate enough that you say, yeah, man, and I thought about it, and tried to plan a reach back out to you, and you were still on, and this is what we need. We need positive people sharing positive stuff.
Yes.
And the thing about it is, you are ordinary person.
Yep.
From ordinary places.
Yep.
Yeah, ordinary places. You didn't came out the king's house. You understand me? Or the queen's house. You're ordinary. We all came from humble beginnings.
Yep.
And when I look at people like you and look at myself, I think about where God has brought us from.
Amen.
Because we know what society was thinking about us, or saying that we would make it, and then because of the faith that is in us, and the belief that is in us, and the determination to succeed, we push forward. And here we are. Here we are.
My mom used to say, don't mind the noise in the market.
Don't mind the noise.
Stick to the possibility.
That's right. Don't mind the making noise. Stick to it. I spoke to your sister, your sister, we are good friends.
Chan?
Oh, we are good friends. I try to break out of that, every time I see her, I try, we'll talk for some time, and, I say, you know what, I need to get you on the show. I say, yes, I get you on, because I say, you can share. I say, I've watched you over the years, I've seen you grow. You can share, and I see her in ministry, and I try to encourage her. I see her, you can grow and grow and grow and grow. She's like, I said, don't be shy. I was once shy at one point too. I believe I'm still shy. People think I'm not, but I'm still shy. I do my best. I feel most comfortable behind the camera.
Yeah.
This is my spot. I feel comfortable. I can speak. I can speak behind the camera. Sometimes to go in the public, I am like, I'm scared. But I try my best and do it. So I say, you can do it too. You can do it. You can come out there because you have a story to share. There are young women who need to hear your story.
Exactly.
And I invite other persons in North Caicos, Turks and Caicos, if you have a story to share, contact me.
Yep.
Let's share good news.
Yes.
The people out there, share the good news. So I am so happy to have Mr. Williams on tonight. I am happy that he took the invitation, accept the invitation to join me here on the Ordinary Talk Show. And Mr. Williams, again, it was a pleasure having you here. And I want to tell you that your business will grow from strength to strength.
Thank you.
You will be the big thing in
Thank
Turks
you.
and Caicos.
Thank you.
Believe that.
Thank you.
Believe that, and you walk with that.
Yes.
I am telling you today, you will be the big thing. Your business here will be the big thing. People will be coming to you. They'll be coming, they'll be calling you, coming to you. You'll be successful. Once again, my brother, thank you.
Thank you so much. I
for being on the
appreciate you
show.
having me.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Thank you for tuning in tonight on the Ordinary Talk Show, where we hear from ordinary people from ordinary places doing extraordinary things. Until another time, God bless you. Have a great evening.